Jets. Now Hundley. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing, Hundley. And over the middle here, Amaro. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it here. This is Antonio Andrews. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. It's brought in by Janis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now the big man, this is Andrews. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go!
Now the big man, this is Andrews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Stills over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Antonio Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Gilbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Carlos Williams, he's going to need to make this engine go today.
And he's worked on both sides of the football in his career. Started out as a safety in college, now a running back, and he runs with great leverage and thump.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit. Maybe think about some play action down the road.
Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on 4th down, the Bills call on the punt unit and Colton Schmidt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And taken at the 46. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was. As you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. They'll try to pound it in with Andrews. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. So on comes a field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Williams. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Muhammad Wilkerson is one of the most versatile defensive linemen in the league. You can play him at any spot and expect big-time production.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He'll rifle, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, D. Milliner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go.
Now Hundley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark mark him down at the 39. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. Throwing, Hundley. Got an open man, it's a noon one. They got 29 yards there, and it's good for a New York first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. It's brought in by Janis. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's first down, New York.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Toss play now. Andrews. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jace Amaro with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll run it with Williams. Penalty marker is down here. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on third. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that's going to make it fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Now let's go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw. And got a man. It's Woods. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Gilbert. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Buffalo 1st down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Man open right side, it's the tight end, Clay. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And it's 17-7. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now Hundley, he gets it to Brown, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
A dump off this time for Andrews. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio!
Throwing, Hundley. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw here. On the left side, this is Stills. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Stills, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looks offensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Anderson's got it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's brought in by Janis. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a Jet 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Hundley. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Here we go.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean,
true.
that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Gilbert going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Brown, the lone receiver left.
Let's go. Ohio.
Throwing, Hundley. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. So a collective holding a breath here as the starter heads for the sideline. And they'll hand things over to their backup quarterback and task him with preserving this lead. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set. 3.
On 3rd down, Hackenberg. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Amaro's got it, left side. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Just bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Hackenberg. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Hackenberg off the play fake to Andrews. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Hackenberg again. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
3rd and goal. Hackenberg. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forte, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here come the Bills. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here. Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding time. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
That one complete to Anderson. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Bills are going to have a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39.
Gilbert. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. left to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Looks for Janis, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And there's a flag on the play. And the kickoff sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty.
You can see the looks on the faces of the rest of the team. You have one job to do. Just kick the ball and play.
Well, that's exactly right, Charles. The kicker, and this is just inexcusable.
Absolutely inexcusable. Everyone out there slugging it out for the entire game. Execute your job.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Following the interception, here's Hackenberg. It's brought in by Janis. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Here comes the D swarming to the line. 2nd down, Hackenberg escaping the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A dump off this time for Andrews. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded at the 6. A beautiful fake. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They start on the ground with Forte. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a forward
Finished off the play for him.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now as we look down at it. We've got a jet shaking up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second down following the run.
Let's go.
Hackenberg on second down. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. There he goes left side. Now this is picked up. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, Hackenberg. And his throw is incomplete. Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. The first down throw for Hackenberg. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa. That time, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Smith. And over the middle here, Amaro. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On the ground, Forte. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, the defense in the dime.
Can still bring pressure.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Corey Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Gilbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a Temple program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
A nice tackle for loss for the former Temple Owl, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now let's go. Blue line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here we go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. but I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and get the first down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll set up a throw. Chris Gregg is tight end, was the intended target. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. 12 yards is the pickup there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, make it the 40-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Gino. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Gino. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an... Interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And the Bills getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Manuel. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jerry Hughes in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Manuel. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Third and long, it's Smith, and that is incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 27 yards on the game there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on fourth and long. Rolling to his left. Amaro's got it, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for Anunwa. Quincy Anun with the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. On the move to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the third down pass falls incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Smith. And he finds Jason Morrow. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now Smith can't find anyone open. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he's got room. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. On the ground, this is Williams. Williams loses the football, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. It's caught, Stills, right side. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and fill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He gets it to Brown, complete. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line. From the red zone now, Smith. And there's a flag on the field. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jace Amaro with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll They'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. On second down, Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Out to his left. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Ten yards to go on third. Back to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play.
Second down following the incompletion. He's back to throw. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he's brought down after a good game. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 35 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Got three down. Slow. Ready. Flag, 32. Check that. Z.
Now it's Smith. That's caught at the 1. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Desperation time for Smith on, and this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game. So they'll look to convert that and then hold on here in the final minute to force overtime.
And let's check the nerves of not just the guy kicking the ball, but how about the snapper and the holder as well.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Gino's going to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Manuel. He's got time in the pocket. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Manuel. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 14 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Gino on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down now after the pass completion. Out of the gun, Smith. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 19. That's good for a Jets first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Fresh set of downs here. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On first and 10, Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing again is Smith. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, it's Smith. He's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. Here's Smith now on second down. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Third and 2, Smith. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Folk's kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, if he holds on, it's game over. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Now Manuel. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards. Play clock winding down. Here's Manuel. Surveying the field. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll give the Bills a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver run.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. And his throw here's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Another pistol look here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.
Call it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, you can hear me now. Turn it up to 11. Blow it up straight to heaven. Drop the big beats so they gotta listen. Yeah, you can hear me now. We're just a couple of weirdos coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. To Geronimo, parachute, skydiving off your parents' roof. Proof. Saw the magician's assistant in half like who the are you? Who the are you? Who the are we? We be the dudes who just come over to water the lawn. We don't say hi, we just come over to walk your dog. We nice like that, we super nice like that.